So Bobby Jindal, the governor of Louisiana, of course, wants to be president. He wants to run in 2016. He's likely going to do that. And he went to a Christian Science Monitor breakfast recently where a controversy came up. So people asked him if he made himself look more white than he is in his governor's portrait. So let's go ahead and take a look, and then we'll decide. Yeah, guilty. I'm not having a further conversation. No, in this picture, he looks more like Brian Williams than Bobby Jindal, and he's actually whiter than Brian Williams. He's whiter than me in this picture. Now, when they brought this up, he immediately got super defensive. Oh, that's ridiculous. Liberals are obsessed with race, and the thing is that the liberals and how much they're obsessed with race, and that's why they keep talking about this, because the liberals are crazy, and the liberals are obsessed with race. Right, it's the liberals obsessed with race, which is why you decided to make your face whiter in your portrait, because the liberals are just so obsessed with race, which is why you really desperately want to try to be as white as you possibly can. Now, look, even given the story thus far, you might say, Kyle, you're reading too deep into it, whatever, you know. It could have just been that they were out of a darker paint color. I don't know. I don't know what kind of backwards cockamamie idea somebody would try to come up with to defend Bobby Jindal here to say he wasn't trying to look whiter. But there's more evidence in this story. It's not just this painting. It's also that there was a guest on MSNBC who went on, I forget his name, he's a Muslim human rights activist, and he discussed the story about how Bobby Jindal was pushing the myth of these Muslim no-go zones in France, and they invited this guy on, and he was talking, and he said, yeah, I get the sense that Bobby Jindal fear-mongering over these non-existent no-go zones is because he's trying to wipe some of the brown off of his skin for his upcoming presidential race, his upcoming campaign. And so how did Bobby Jindal respond? Well, look, it's just some random guy commenting on MSNBC in the middle of the day where they don't even get that many viewers. It's irrelevant, right? Who cares? No. Bobby Jindal found that comment on him. How he found it, I don't know. I don't know how many websites online were covering it, but he lashed out. He's like, oh, no, that's ridiculous. Me trying to change the color of my skin? Pfft, come on, man. His liberals are obsessed with race. See, liberal obsessed with race. He's so obsessed with race. That's why he brings it up, and that's why I'm responding to it unprovoked here. Liberals obsessed with race. Not me. No. Dude, thou dost protest too much. The conservatives always do this, man. They always scream about, oh, the liberals, it's the liberals, it's got to be the liberals. They care so much about race, all they do is talk about race. Anyway, now let me give a speech in response where I do nothing but talk about race. How do you not realize what you're doing? It's all projection. It's all projection. It's like when the conservatives say about the school curriculum. They're like, oh, the liberals are trying to do propaganda and indoctrinate our kids. This is such bullshit. I can't believe this. This is messed up. Meanwhile, what are they doing? Like, anyway, can we add the part about the dinosaurs and Adam and Eve into the science textbook directly? Can we do that? Let's make evolution debatable. Oh, don't call it the slave trade because that portrays white people in a negative way. Call it the Trans-Pacific or Atlantic Triangle trade. I'm not kidding. They changed the term of the slave trade to like the triangle trade or something to try to make... No, slave is too harsh a term to use and don't describe it like that. And the Native American genocide, you have to add in the textbook that they were killing each other before we got involved and we were just doing everything they were doing. So it's not like we're just the bad guy and we did a genocide even though that's exactly what happened. So as they scream about how the Democrats are doing indoctrination and propaganda, they're putting their indoctrination and propaganda into the textbooks. Same with Bobby Jindal. I don't care about race. It's the liberals who are obsessed with race. Anyway, is my painting done, which makes me look whiter than Casper the Friendly Ghost?